The relationship between water quality and agriculture is extremely codependent. The quality of water entering an agricultural area influences the crop's success. High concentrations of salt and pollutants impact plants' water absorption. However, conventional agriculture is responsible for a fair amount of those pollutants, pesticides, herbicides, and other harsh chemicals. To address the water crisis, we need to address water management and agriculture. It's a huge part of the resolution.
In recent decades, water scarcity has become a global issue, even in the U.S. Agriculture is a major use of ground and surface water in the United States, accounting for approximately 80% of the nation's consumptive water use. This comes from massive non-regenerative monoculture farms that not only use a lot of water, but in the process make the soil less absorbent, wasting more in the future. When the soil can't absorb water, it releases the water to the surface, which gets moved around by gravity called runoff. Many farms use fertilizers and synthetic chemicals that can be poison to other water sources or soils via runoff. The source of all this runoff comes from the use of non-regenerative practices like tilling, plowing, and leaving the soil bare. These techniques lower the quality of the soil, making it harder to absorb water and destroying the microecosystem of the soil. Harsh downpours can lead to polluted runoff and erosion because the ground simply isn't able to absorb the precipitation at the rate it's falling. Luckily, by implementing regenerative farming practices, we can reverse and repair the soil. Techniques like no-till farming, the practice of limiting disturbance of the soil structure and preventing erosion, and cover cropping, or keeping the soil covered with plants, are both ways to improve the quality of the soil and decrease our water use.
Starting a compost is a simple way to recycle food and waste in your home. All it takes is a bucket, preferably with the cover inside, and knowledge on what to put in there. Compost is made of organic material, so anything that was alive should be able to go in, right? Well, you want to avoid putting dairy in your compost, as it's harder to decompose and has a strong stench, and citrus fruits are too acidic, which can ruin the pH of your compost. Instead, you want to use nitrogen-rich materials like vegetables, tea bags, coffee grounds, and grains like bread and rice. Also add in carbon-rich materials like eggshells, paper products like cardboard and newsprint, and cotton and wool or silk clothing. You want to put your compost bin in a dry and cool place. Good compost is moist and smooth. Once your compost pile is established, mix grass clippings and chopped green waste into the pile. Every once in a while you want to turn the compost and aerate the bin. This will keep your worms happy and the aerobic decomposition churning. And that's it. Happy composting!